Okay. All three of their tough guys should have rushed at me at once. Hell, even the 5 they had hanging back for support, the sheer numbers would have made it difficult even for me, especially with Sakaki to protect. Divide and conquer is the basic rule of fighting when outnumbered. And they went out of their way to divide themselves for me. No matter how I look at this, it doesn't add up. It might just be a coincidence, but there's a possibility it means something. Better to figure it out now, rather than run into some nasty surprise down the road. Guess Shapey would be the person to ask. Visions of a shaggy head and now all blonde, floating unpleasantly above my eyes. I slowly follow Sakaki's path towards the door. Approach your job from a detached perspective. Don't second guess your instructions. That's the fundamental attitude of my employees have beaten into me ever since I got into this line of work. Basically since he was about 10 or 7. I forget his age by the time he actually took the job up. And in fact, I never thought too hard about the jobs they gave me. I just had to try to carry out my orders, promptly aiming for optimal efficiency and a near perfect success rate. My master showed me the ropes, and she was the best. The field commanders, especially JB, gave me precise and accurate instructions. I have the skills, and my employer tells me what to do with them. There's nothing to second guess. Never has been, never will be. Time, early afternoon, the place, a dormitory lobby. 2 residents confront each other across a coffee table. Normally, the word confront should apply to this sort of casual interaction between classmates, but when Sakaki and Miko is involved, that's a different story. To be more precise, the withering power of her glare can transform any encounter into a battle of wills. Sure. However, over the last few days, that fearsome scowl of hers seems to have lost some of its edge. Proceeding slowly toward the door, Sakaki mutters the words without looking in my direction. Her voice is unusually uncertain, carrying more than a hint of genuine concern. Don't worry about whatever happens, I'll protect you. It's my job after all. Despite the fact that I believe this is his first ever protect job. The vast majority of jobs he makes killings. So, yeah.
私にもそう見えました。一時の契約さが嘘のようです。つってもさ、なんか仕事がどうとかこうとかめんどくさいこともいろいろ言ってんだよな。お兄ちゃんもどこかビジネスライクでやってるっぽい感じがするのよさ。何？ビジネスって仕事よね。ライクって何？生活だっけ？あ、それはライフか。で、ライクってなんだっけ？好き？みちる様、お菓子を差し上げましょう。マシュマロです。しばらくもぐもぐしててください。ありがとう。でもなんで
Hold on, I actually want to join in on this. And I have a bag of marshmallows, actually. I only want one. Oh boy. See? Although this is a big ass marshmallow. I'll save it for later.
Ma, 確かにマキナの言う通り、倹約ではなくなったけど、微妙な距離感を感じるのも事実なのよね。謎は深まるばかりなのよさ。 そうですね。もぐもぐ。
Again, that's just making me hungry for this thing. But I'm not gonna eat it because I'm busy recording. And plus, how am I supposed to talk with a marshmallow in my mouth? Especially since I eat pretty much the things whole. So, you can imagine. Together we walked the usual road to the riverbank. Although, I'm not sure if together is exactly the right word for a number of reasons. First of all, there's our physical distance. Sakaki and I always fall a few meters apart. A few days ago, Sakaki had been purposely creating that gap, even trying to widen it. But now, if anything, I'm the one constantly maintaining our distance. I'm acting as a close protection bodyguard. Normally speaking, the closer that I can be to a point blank range, the better. But at the moment, there aren't any visible threats, and I can't expect any bullets to come flying Sakaki's way. The girl reacts strongly against overprotectiveness, so I'm trying to give her some space when I can. If I take a few steps forward and stretch out my hand, I can reach her. That means the right distance for now. Sakaki now assumes her standard monetary rapid pace, no longer trying to escape me, but not looking back or making conversation either. Her long black hair flutters behind her. I follow at the same pace, carefully not to fall behind. This is part 5? I already made it to part 5 here. Okay. Since the first attack several days ago, Sakaki's outings have constantly been attracting similar groups of shady-suited men. Sometimes they're lurking around in the distance, sometimes they try to forcibly approach. Their objective seems to be a kidnapping, but obviously that hasn't happened yet. I've been continually scaring them off, physically repelling their abduction attempts when necessary. As such events became a new part of her daily routine, Sakaki's previously defiant and indifferent behavior started to change as well, only natural, I guess. No matter how much that girl insists she doesn't care about her life, the experience of real danger probably inspired some fear. Presumably, this softening in her attitude towards me is a byproduct of that change in her state of mind. That said, Sakaki doesn't seem to have completely sorted things out internally. She stubbornly continuing her usual tricks at the riverbank as her refusing to admit that she's afraid for her own safety. And so once again, I find myself walking along at a regular distance behind her, carefully scanning the area for suspicious vehicles and pedestrians. Nothing for the moment, as usual. So far, the incidents have been taking place with a very consistent timing. Not that I'm laying down my guard, of course, but if the pattern holds, they won't be showing up until early evening. When we arrive at the riverbank, Sakaki settles down on the ground and begins taking her art supplies out of the top bag. After arranging them in front of her with practice movements over her hands, she turns back to face me. Right. After this brief comment, she begins sketching as usual. There's no real need for her to announce this to me, but now that things are slightly less tense, she makes it a habit of it. For all her coldness, this girl, given to odd little gestures of courtesy, comes with being well bred, I guess. I do like the small animations that they do in the background sometimes. Like, this isn't the first time to do this, but I do like small animations like that. I wish there was sakura leaves, though, because who doesn't love a cherry tree? The soft sound of the river flowing, the occasional rumbling of trains passing by. Just when you start to forget it's there, the public announcement speaker maintained on the bridge relays a few reports about missing persons and smug levels. Otherwise, this place is unbelievably quiet. I can certainly understand how it would appeal to a loner like Sakaki. The place in question is already absorbed in drawing the scenery before her eyes. She seems to have completely forgotten I'm even here. Her hands doesn't stop moving the colored pencil across her paper even for a moment. Pretty impressive. On the sketchbook page, a vivid sky picture punctuated by wispy clouds takes shapes above an expanse of green. As I watch, a faint shout stirs painfully somewhere deep inside my chest. Damn, not again. Fragmented memories hidden in the cracks of crevices of my brain, like pieces of rubbish, react to the slight roughness of the sketchbook paper. He's drawing the sky with deft movements of a light blue colored pencil, filling the page with shades of cyan. But from between those strokes of color, I see something black and ugly oozing out, overwhelming the sky, rotting it away. And when the page is covered in the sickening darkness, a blood-red image begins to take shape above it. A face, I push it out of my mind with a desperate effort of will. I don't want to worry anymore. I don't have to worry anymore. I don't have to think about anything anymore. That's all behind me now, isn't it? What past is past. I should understand that better than anyone, but even now, if it finds the smallest gaps in my defenses, it pushes its way effortlessly into the present. Stay away. Stay the hell away. Person I am today struggles with the thing attacking me. Forcing myself to focus on the reality in my eyes, I draw my deep, slow breaths, and in time, the dark entity dissipates. A refreshing summer scene spreads out before my eyes. Once more, my body damps with sweat that has nothing to do with the heat. Won't let me forget about you that easily, huh? I muttered those words to myself too quickly for Sakaki to hear. Can't erase the memory, but at least my voice is erased by the breeze. The wind that blew my words away carries the clouds above slowly towards the sea. The sky itself is beautiful enough to seem artificial. At its very edge, a tinge of red begins to grow. I think sun dropped, but I don't know where. Just as she began, Sakaki informs me briefly that her sketching sessions have concluded. First, she just put away her material slightly, then head back without a fanfare whatsoever, but recently she's been considering letting me know. See, unfortunately, it seems like they're just getting started here. My voice has more than a little tension in it. Sakaki's expression instantly grows gloomy. Yeah, it seems like we got some trouble ones on our hands this time. Moving Sakaki behind me as always, I look around the area. These ones really do like trouble. The moment I get a better look at the group clambering slowly drawn to the slope from the vehicles above, I can feel my body growing tenser. It's like something out of a ridiculous superhero drama. The groups coming after Sakaki have been growing incrementally stronger with every passing day. At least I've been able to deal with them without breaking too much of a sweat, but by now the fights are starting to get too close for comfort. This pattern needs to change and soon. Oh, it would help if JP just answered her phone. What the hell is going on over there anyway? There are some strange common features about the behavior of these people. My suspicions about their unnatural actions during the first attack have only grown. I wait to discuss that as well as hash out some countermeasures to reverse this rapidly deteriorating situation, but my beloved superior has suddenly decided to stop responding to my calls. That's extremely unusual, especially during a mission. Thinking about it from another angle, it could well be that she's deliberately cutting off contact after deciding it would be counterproductive somehow. In other words, an implicit message to focus on the problems in front of you for now. Said if this goes on much longer, it's going to get tough. As always, the group approaches only gradually, tightening the net around us little by little as if to intimidate. It's all strangely artificial. The inefficiency of their movements must be intentionally, but I don't know how know what that means, and I can't act on the basis of vague hunches. Now the only thing I can do is protect Sakaki and Yumiko from the threat in front of us. That's my job and my responsibility. They're coming. Charging the first man kicked by a hair's breadth. I grab his ankle and wrench it sharply upward. Before he even hits the ground, I can hear the second and third attackers rush up from behind. I immediately spin around, pull Sakaki safely behind me, and take a stance. How many times do I have to tell you I'm fine? That was deliberate. In any case, a few bruises are part of the job description. I know she wants me to say out personal feelings, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say just God. More marshmallows. Or a pancake. Where the heck did she have a pancake? I can understand the marshmallow. I can oddly understand that. But why a pancake? She's gone. Moments ago, I made my way to Sakaki's room for my usual morning checkup, only to find her door hanging wide open. On a very rare occasion, the woman might leave her door open and crack while doing laundry or something, but I never seen it like this before. What's more, the suspicious handkerchief abandoned just outside the entrance makes it clear that she hasn't just stepped out for a moment. God damn, they got me. Unbelievable to think they were capable of sneaking into the campus and snatching her away without even being noticed. Were those clumsy attacks nothing but a feint? I lowered my level of vigilance somewhat inside the dorm, since there's almost always other people around. It seems I badly underestimated my opponent. They can't have gone far yet. I guess I had to hurry. Just as I turned to make my way outside. Sachi. An early, calm voice from behind me in my tracks. The girl looks up at me with a knowing expression on her face. Sachi, why do you... What? I'm confused. I've probably forgotten somewhat of the story here, so if I'm not confused or generally weirded out, then you could probably guess. I always suspected this woman had enough potential to enroll in the National Intelligence Agency with the right recommendation, but I haven't considered the possibility she was already infiltrated with some organization. My curiousness bite me this time. You're kidnapped Sakaki bargaining chip, didn't you? Do you have any fulfilled terms of some sort of exchange or perhaps? Say what? And the letdown music. I consider this the letdown music because, let's face it, you can't take this music seriously. Now it's finally making sense. Most likely a certain authority within the dorm press Sachi into carrying out some ridiculous scheme, resulting in the unfortunate Sakaki being captive, something along those lines. I can't even begin to speculate about their objective here, but it's probably safe to assume it's some variety of harmless idiocy.
ともかく主に私たちの私的な理由から行われたことですので、その目
You can't tell me anything about the personal reason or whatever what have you.
申し訳ありませんが、それは固く禁止されています。
See, in that case, I won't try to force you. Considering Sachi's personality, I'm probably just cause both of a lot of grief if I pushed for more. I already completely reassured that it's nothing more than the usual shenanigans, so the details aren't that crucial anymore. Anyway, above all else, sticking my head into a private discussion between women would almost certainly not be helpful for anyone involved. Alright then, I have no idea what your people are up to, but go ahead and do it. I'll be standing by in my room if you need me.
ありがとうございます。この小峰幸、ご好意に感謝いたします。
What part is this again? Are we still in 5? Yep. Sachi offers me a respectful bow, then trots off down the hallway and vanishes slightly around a corner. The girl doesn't hang around longer than she has to. She knows how to extract herself when the moment's right. I have to say, I really do think Sachi has some talent in that field.
ただいま戻りました。おかえり。どうだった？
And it's the return of Chibis.
はい、説明には成功しました。私たちの思惑についても一切口外はしていません。了解。じゃあ、さっちゃんもそこに座って。はい。
一体どういうことか説明してくださらないかしら。
そうね。どこから説明したらいいものか。
まさかちゃんとした理由もないまま呼んだんじゃないでしょうね、あなたたちは。
そんなことないってば。ちゃんと理由があって呼んだのは間違いないって。ただまさかこんな大行な形で呼ぶことになっちゃうとは思わなくてね。落ち着いてください、榊さん。私たちもできるだけ穏便にことを進めたいと思ってこういう手段を
Hold up. I need to turn the background music down a little bit. One mark. Is that the same as before? I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, just one bar down. I accidentally clicked the default button. Great. There. Hopefully this works. Now then.
落ち着いてください、榊さん。私たちもできるだけ穏便にことを進めたいと思ってこういう手段を取ったまでです。
あなたたちの言う穏便っていうのは薬で眠らせた挙句両手両足を縛った上で椅子に拘束することを言うの？
サチに何が何でも連れてこいって言ったのがまずかったのよさ。あんたね、そんなこと言ったらこうなるってことぐらいわかるでしょ普通。榊さんを支障なくこの部屋にその条件下においてできる限りの方法を選択したつもりだったのですが。
But why do you have a drug that knocks people out? That is too coincidental even for you.
そこで薬染み込ませたハンカチを吸わせる方に考えがいくんだから本当に恐ろしいわね、サチって。
もういいわよ。経緯はどうだっていいからさっさと要件を済ませてくださらないかしら。はい、
じゃあ始めさせていただきます。ったく、なんで私がこんな下手に出なきゃいけないのよ。
まだ何か？
いや全然。珍しい。アマネーがちょっと引いてるのよさ。なんか蛇対ハブって感じでどっちも迫力満点だけどね。 みちる様、私ごときが差し出がましいかもしれませんが、
ハブもヘビの仲間だって言いたいんでしょ。分かってるわよ。ニュアンスよ。漢字で受け取りなさいよ。
はい、わかりました。漢字で受け取ります。ハブだってヘビだって構いんだ
ってよ。よかったな、チルチル。ムカつく。ムカつく。ね、あんたたちうるさい。
まだなのかしら。
ごめん。じゃあ改めて単刀直入に聞くわね。榊さん、あなたユージと今現在どういう関係にあるわけ？
関係？
ここしばらくあなたとユージが外に出かけた際、必ずと言っていいほどユージがいかにも何かあったって感じで帰ってくるの。でもさ、あいつに聞いたとこで絶対に何も答えてなんかくれなくてね。それであなたに聞こうと思って。別にね、あなたとユージが何か特別な関係になったとかなら、私もそれはあなたたちのことだし介入するつもりなんかないの。ただ、もし何か別の事情があるんだったら話してくれないかなって思ったの。まあほら、なんだかんだ言ってもうちら6人しかいないわけじゃん。その中であんまし分かりやすく目に見えるような秘密抱えてても気持ち悪いかなって。榊さんが一人でそういうの抱える人なのはわかるけど、今回はもう一人噛んでるしさ。それで
そう、あくまでも目的は風見くんなのね。
今何か言った？
別に。理由は父の依頼よ。風見くんが私の周りについているのは護衛する。
お父さんの？
そうよ。スオさん、あなたはご存知よね、うちの父のこと。
まあそりゃあね、うちのお父ちゃんとこのお得意さんだし、ここに入学する際にもいろいろあったし。
ならば私の実家のこともお分かりよね。
で、その流れで言うと、護衛が必要な件ってつまりは？
そう、略取、誘拐などの脅威から守るために私が一人で行動する際、そばについて行動を共にする。トラブルが起こった際には実力でこれを排除する。
マジであるのね、そんなとんでもない話が。
まあユミちゃんの家は半端ねえ金持ちだもんな。ありえるのよさ。
そうなの？それってどのレベルなの？わかりやすくケルペソとかで説明してくれない？
みちる様、何ですかその価値基準は。
ケルペソあんじゃん、原液。白くてぬるたいの。あれと水の比率を測ればその家の立地さがわかるって聞いたことないの？
みちる様、幸はこの小峰幸は寂しゅうございます。
なんでよ。ちょっとなんで寂しいのか答えなさいよ。ね、そういう実家小ネタは後にしなさいな。今榊さんに質問を。ケルペソ、うちは10対1だったな。
Oh boy.
水が10で、さっちゃん、みちるの口に何か。
Yes, please. And máquinas, if you would.
わかりました。みちる様、飴を差し上げましょう。
Again, where is she? And that's a big ass lollipop.
榊さんの事情は今の説明で分かったけど、で、それにどうしてユージが関係してくるの？
風見くんの仕事は国が関係してるそうよ。それが理由のようだけど、私にも細かい事情までは分からないわ。
国って公務員とかそういう仕事なのかな？
No. Much higher than that. But I'm going to have to get to the next part here. And since I didn't do a whole parts from last session, I'm going to do an extra one for this session. Or probably more. Who knows? I still have a lot of time.